Number 1, Buffalo. Now, they beat me a couple of weeks, and I don't know if you know this about your partner here. When a team beats me, or when I roll the team and they don't reward me and I don't cover, and they hurt Sharp Tierney, I will find a way to go back to that team to make sure that they reward me. So a couple of weeks ago, Buffalo, forget it, maybe like a Central, one of the directional Michigans, whoever they were playing, I rode with Buffalo, I don't know, whoever it was, so many games, Teague. And they lost, and now I'm going back to Buffalo because I have a little bit of a personal gripe with Buffalo. Minus 13.5 over Bowling Green. Hey, we always reference Bowling Green on the show. This is a noon Eastern CBS Sports Network game. A little love for the network, all right? Now, but Buffalo's not great. They're 4-4. They're better than Bowling Green, 2-6. Here's what you have to know. It's a big spread, almost 2 touchdowns. But the average margin of victory the last 4 times these two teams have met, Buffalo's won by 27 points. All right, now, I don't think they're 27 points better than Bowling Green. I really don't. They're better. They're a little more than marginally better, but they're not dominant compared to Bowling Green. So I don't think that they run away with 42-6 or 50-9, nothing like that. I do have Buffalo, though, winning by at least 2 touchdowns. Buffalo minus 13.5. Lock it in. Win number 1. They'll bounce Bowling Green. Keep it moving, Stu. Let's go. All right. Now, this is one. Noon Eastern, CBS, Iowa. Now, I actually rode with Iowa a couple of weeks ago in that punt fest against the overrated Penn State Nittany Lions. Yeah. I took Iowa in the game, to be fair. Even though Sharp Tierney's got a healthy ego, if Clifford doesn't get hurt, probably would have got burned in that game. And I feel terribly that the young man got hurt. It was a punt fest. It was a snooze fest. Now, they're at Wisconsin, obviously the Big Ten. What would you think, knowing the defensive prowess of both teams, Mr. Barber, especially Iowa, who's in the top 10 defensively, what do you think the over-under in this game is?
I'm going to
over-under Iowa at Wisconsin would be?
4.
Honestly, you're in the neighborhood. It's 36.5. Which is the lowest total of the year. I got to take the over. I'm just going to suspend any theater here. I'm going over. There's never, in all the games played so far, there has not been a single game handicapped with a number lower than 36.5. Now, to be fair, it's 36.5 for a reason. Because you can give these teams 7 yards, they still might not get the requisite 3 to get the first down. I'm not saying this is 40-40. But, I mean, geez, 36.5, block punt, the fumble, quick field, flip, easy score. I'm just going to go with the odds that I think they'll combine somehow for more than 36.5. We're going over. Bang. All right. This is a really good team I'm going to lean on this week. 4 p.m. on the ACC. What you know about the ACC? You know a little something about the ACC. Wahoo wah. Is your boy going to win the Heisman, by the way?
He might. Brennan Armstrong.
Are you guys going to beat your coach's former team out there at Provo this weekend?
Big game against BYU.
I hate to tell you, it's not on the list. You guys are going to lose to. I'm just going to tell you. I almost went with it. You're going to lose to.
He might throw for 550 yards, though.
And lose at the gun. So Wake Forest is in the ACC. They're a 4 p.m. kick. Number 13 in the country. Deacons have yet to lose 7-0. They're laying a lot of points. 16. We talked about handicapping big points before in the NFL. The Bills, the Rams, the Cardinals over the weeks. Well, I am going to go with a big number here, and I'm laying the wood. Wake Forest minus 16.5 over Duke. Now, the Deacons, well, why are you going to do that? Well, Duke's not that good. Wake Forest is very good, but the Deacons also average 44 points a game. No one's held them under 35 this year. Duke ain't holding them under 35. Duke's not holding them under 40. I think Wake flirts with 50, and they easily cover the 16.5. Give me the Deacon. Shout out to Timmy Duncan and CP3. All right, SMU at Houston, 9 p.m. Easy, ESPN 2. Now, we got SMU 6-0. We've got Houston 5-1. The over/under here, obviously a lot higher than Iowa, Wisconsin, 62, but not high enough where I would run from it. Matter of fact, when I started to handicap this before, my projected score, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this. I will, not every game, but before I look at some games, I will come up with my own projection, okay? And I'm not saying it's the most, I'm not doing the projection for 3 days, but I come up with my projection. My projection is 40-30 SMU in this game, which obviously equals 70.
Yeah.
So once I have my total number, if I'm inclined to go over/under, then I look at a few outlets I trust, blah, blah, blah. I kind of lean, make a few calls, see what's said on the street, and I find out what the over/under is, 62. So my projection, 70. Their actual number is 62. I'm going over. I'm going to take the over for the Stangs and the Cougars. Good game. Give me the over, 62. All right, let's get to the NFL. 1 Eastern, CBS. Buffalo, burning tables. Whacked out tailgates. They have a great time up there. Love Buffalo. Buffalo minus 13.5, 4-2 on the year. Miami 1-6. All right, now, here's what you need to know about this. Well, I'm going to ask a question and a statement. And I'll ask you the question, D.
Go ahead.
Is Buffalo the best team in the AFC?
Yes.
Sure. Here's a stat for you. The Finns are bottom 5 in pass block win rate percentage. Oh, we go into the weeds on this segment.
Oh, yeah, we are.
So what do we know about that? What does that tell you? They can't block what's in front of them. What's outside of Traven White, who's great.
Which is why they're the 28th ranked offense and the now worst defense in the NFL.
And that's another reason. Obviously, Bills are going to score points. But in terms of keeping people away from Tua, and the Bills have a deep defensive line, Miami can't block a soul. Bills are going to wreak havoc, fumbles. Life is going to be miserable for Tua. I'm not even sure mentally how engaged the Dolphins still are. Flores, we're going to trade for Watson. We're 1-6, lost in London. Give me the Bills to whack the hapless Dolphins. Lay the 13.5. Bills big on CBS. All right. It's going to happen at some point. Lions are going to probably win a game, right? They're 0-7. 1 Eastern, Fox Ford Field. They are taking on the Eagles. Hey, Coach Sirianni, what's going on with the Flowers? Any other interesting, inspiring analogies before we run out of the tunnel to beat the crap out of each other, Coach?
No.
Can you tell me about Flowers again, buddy? It's not working. Listen, I did this 3 weeks ago and it worked. Actually, with the Giants. Take the Lions on the money line. The Lions are going to win this football game. Now, you want to build in a little cushion? All right, I respect that. Lions are getting 3.5 points. This line's going to move. Lions are getting 3.5. Late money, sharp money, will come in on Detroit. So minimally, this thing's going to go from 3.5 to 3. I think the Lions win the game. Take the 3.5. I'm going money line myself.
Getting off the snide.
Yeah, it's time. 3.5 points. It's going down. I'm telling you. I like the Lions. They're going to win the game. Money line time. Plus 3.5 to be safe. Detroit, Rock City, stand up. Bengals. The Jets. Jeez, it's not even Halloween and the season's over. Again. Woo. Man, I don't even have a quarterback. Who's playing? Mike White? Morgan?
Yeah.
What's the guy's? I forget. Mike White.
Mike White.
And let me tell you something. Anybody who is inclined to tweet anything about Joe Flacco, please don't tweet it. I speak for every Jet fan. We don't care about a single, solitary, useless Joe Flacco tweet. Don't waste your fingertips. Don't waste our time. We don't care that Joe Flacco's back. Stop. I say, I love Rich Samiti. Rich Samiti tweeted, oh, he's not back. Who cares? We don't want to see him anyway. It doesn't matter. The Bengals are minus 10 over the Jets. No Zach Wilson, which actually might be not that he's playing great, but you want to see the young kid play. Corey Davis ruled out today. Not good. Linebacking, depth, very, very bare. Bengals are good. And you know what I knew about the Bengals? When they rolled into Detroit, that was the one game Detroit didn't play well this year, and they jumped on them. So the Bengals are really good. They just smoked a bad team, which tells me that their mindset is one of, we have greater aspirations than maybe being like a middling wild card team. Bengals are really good. The Jets are really not. Lay the 10. That might go up. Bengals minus 10. They crushed my Jets. It is what it is. That's on CBS at MetLife, 1 Eastern. All right, we touched on this before, the Pats and the Chargers. Now, this is the game of the week on CBS, 4:05 Eastern, SoFi. Let me get this straight, Teak. Mm-hmm. Just in case I missed anything in the last segment, in case my mind was wandering to this segment. Although we can't because it's two different people. So the Pats, who dismantled the Chargers last year.
Yes.
Herbert's worst game, shut out 45-zip.
Yes.
All right. Without the consistent quarterback play the Patriots have this year.
That's correct. Okay.
And you're telling me that the Patriots don't have a chance to win this game, let alone cover 4 and a hook?
Yeah.
And I like the Chargers.
Yeah.
Are my instincts leading me in the right direction by going with the Pats?
They are. I don't think you're wrong.
Okay. I'm going to take the Patriots. I'm going to take the 4.5. I don't know that I'd be so brazen myself when I actually do this. The money line, but gambling is all about value. And if you're looking for a little value and you like the Pats to cover the 4.5, do both. Leverage it. Why not? Pats 4.5 cover it over the Chargers. The Rams. Hey, listen, I'm out for blood. And sometimes you just want an easy one, Something that when you're grinding over 7-8 foot putts all day, I got to hit this for par. It's so nice to walk up and tapping a little 9-incher with your big toe. Get in there. Give me that par. Finally, I don't have to grind over this damn putt. Well, this is a non-grinding putt. That's what this is. The Rams minus 14.5. Yeah, it's a big number. Whatever. I did it with the Cardinals last week. The Texans stink. Number one, they're not good. Number two, they're not interested. They're trading Mark Ingram. Cooks is popping off. I don't blame Cooks, by the way. This team is a mess. No matter what, even if they mess around and let the Texans hang around and languish for a half, they'll get it right. Cup, most touchdowns in the NFL. They will bombard the Texans when it's all said and done. Don't be afraid of the big number. Lay it. Texans will get crushed. Rams minus 14.5. All right. This is a trend game here. 1 Eastern on Fox. All right, Mercedes-Benz Dome. The Falcons minus 3 over the Panthers. Hey, I mean, similar records, right? Falcons 3-3, Panthers 3-4. One more game, obviously, in hand here. Who's better? Falcons. That's not even close.
Not even close.
And not even close. They beat the Jets in London. They played Miami. And again, not beating good teams, but they're handling their business, and they're beating teams they're supposed to. Right now, the Panthers are not a good team. I mean, we could talk about the Panthers, well, the team that, Sam Darnold's this, and McCaffrey's that, and the defense. This is not the same team you watched for the first three weeks of the season. I like the Falcons. I'm laying the 3. Matter of fact, you look at what Pitts has done the last couple of weeks, back-to-back 100-yard receiving games for a tight end. I don't think they destroy him because I've got too much respect for the Panthers D. What remains, they're a little bit banged up. And Matt Rule and company. I love the Falcons here. Falcons minus 3. Dirty Birds flapping the wings, getting the dub. Boom. All right, so in summation, give me Buffalo University. We're talking about college. Buffalo minus 13.5 over Bowling Green. Iowa, Wisconsin under. Lowest number of the year. I'm going to jump on that. 36.5. Let's get at least 37. Wake Forest to crush poor Duke. Lay the 16 and change. Not a big deal. The Deacons cruise to 8-0. I'll take the over. SMU at Houston. That number 62. We're getting points. To the NFL. Bills minus 13.5 over Miami. Dolphins are done. Lions plus 3.5. They get their first win. Go money line. Take the cushion as well. Plus 3.5 over the Eagles. Sirianni. All right. Bengals minus 10 over my Jets. Give me the Pats plus 4 to hook over the Chargers. The Rams wipe the Texans by at least 14 change, and I'll take the Falcons minus 3 over the Carolina Panthers.
I like it,
It is, Teak. Prop it up, baby.
I like it. I love it.
That's right. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell to be notified when we drop fresh content.